So this video I will teach you or give you some tips on how to get low with a tripod or a support to your camera. There are different ways, some are cheap, some are more expensive, but it is always important to get down in the eye level of the subject, and that is especially important when taking beach photography or photography of birds in the water. But you should almost always strive for that. So I have a section here that will cost you a bit more money, and a section over there that won't cost you that much money. If you have money, this is not an issue, and you can stay to the end. I show you some tips of using your equipment on the right way, the correct way. But if you have just bought a tripod, you're not used to wildlife photography, you want to take some good shots. Maybe you have one of these with a fixed column, or one of these little bigger. They can also be used for getting low. I will show you that later on. And also, if you have bought a wildlife photography kit, maybe you're not using it correctly. But I'll start first with the most easy way to get down and have the support for your camera. But why do you need a support for your camera when taking photos in low angle? Well, you don't if the subject is there and you can get down, take your photo, and it's okay. But if you're laying down waiting for a subject to get to a special point or place, or the light or whatever, it will be very tiresome to laying there holding your camera. It might be sandy, muddy, or other things on the ground, so you cannot put your camera down, and if you touch the ground to move, you will get dirt, and then you will hold it on the camera again. So it's always nice to have some kind of support when taking low angle photos. We start off with this. This is the manufactured bean bag. You can make your own bean bag. You can take a plastic bag, fill it with some corns or whatever you want, beans or whatever, and put that in a sock or a pillow cushion, and maybe adjust it with a zoom machine. That won't cost you that much, but this is quite okay. The downside with this, I think, is when you put the camera here, it will probably rest on the focus ring or the zoom ring, so that will be hard to adjust manually when it is on place. And if you're trying to do some panning and the focus ring or the zoom ring is laying here, and you turn the camera, you will probably shift focus or shift the zoom range. So it works, but there are some downsides. Stepping up, you can buy one of these plates. There are several manufacturers, and you can do it yourself if you take a frying pan and attach one screw in the bottom and put your tripod head on. Right now I have my gimbal head on, that one, but you can put whatever you want. It's a standard mounting screw. This is perfect on a sandy beach or a flat surface because it's very sturdy on a flat surface. But as soon as the surface is a little bit rough, it will start to wobble, and if you have a long zoom lens or lens, it can topple your camera off. So be careful of that. Then it might not be so good. Stepping up from that is buying a small tripod with adjustable legs that you can have different heights, or you can even elongate them. This gives you much more versatility than both of these do. Of course, it comes with a cost. It costs almost as much as a normal sized tripod. You can have different. I have a video head right on now, but you could put the gimbal head or a ball head, whatever. It will work fine. So this is step up. This is very versatile. I think it works most on surfaces. So those are the easy things. You buy stuff or you make stuff. But if you have these kind of more standard tripods, it's a little more tricky, because They have a fixed pole in the center normally, and they have legs that rods that hold them, so you cannot spread them as much as you want to. That makes it more difficult, but there are workarounds. Normally there are some kind of head you can move up and down and or swing left and right. You can use this to your advantage. If you take this and pull it down like that and lock it there and put it on the ground like so. Now you can attach your camera here. However, it will require probably a ball head, or that you have a tripod foot ring on your lens so you can get it leveled. But this will keep it down, and you can have a good support here. Same goes for this one, of course, but this is a little more tricky because it has a spring in it, so you have to do it a little bit careful. And if I try to get down, like I won't get, because it's taking it connects here, so I can't pull it. Then I have to unloosen it and pull out this one, and then I can attach it, put it down just like the other one. And also this one needs a ball head or something to attach. But I think if you have this one kind of tripod, you are already having a ball head. So those are the easy ways here. If you don't have a tripod that can do this or that, you might buy one of these. It's a clamp. And this you can attach to almost anything, preferably something hard. And in this case I have a small, very small ball head on here. But I can, for instance, attach it here. And since it's a ball head, it normally has a slot where I can have the screw pointing upwards. So if we take this, for instance, move this, and we take this one. Let's say that you cannot fix them, so it's standing here. You can take the clamp, put it on the legs, how low you want it, adjust the ball head, and you're good to go. Now you have a support down here. It might look a little bit awkward with a big tripod and you are laying down there, but it works up to a certain degree of weight, of course. It all depends on the ball head size. This one you can also attach to sticks and stones. You can, if you find a stick, you can drive that into the ground and attach this to it. So it's a very handy tool for this kind of work. So let's go over to the tips and tricks. So we'll start with this one first. You have bought one of these tripods, and it has a fixed, not almost fixed, but it has a long center column. And that means that even if they are adjustable legs, yeah, you see what we're getting at here. You won't get lower than this leg. Ah, well, it's you can adjust it, yeah, okay. But you're still up here. So what to do? Well, first off, check if this is removable. If it is removable, you can attach it from the underside. Now I have a place where I can put my camera. Let's see if I can do this with one hand on this uneven surface. Yep, that works. Now I have a long center column, but I'm still having a low mounted camera. And now I have a fixed plate here, so if you have a ball head, then you can actually turn the camera around and use it a little bit more efficiently. And also, if you can remove it, there is a big chance that the manufacturer has a accessory that is a small column. That you attach. Now you don't have to worry about this one because you will probably never use it again. So now you have the functionality that the manufacturer said they would have, getting low. Next one is this one. You may have or may not have a gimbal head. If you have, I bet you that you use it like this. You adjust it so it is functioning. But if I told you that there is another way to use it, similar to what I showed you right now, then flip it around. Well, that's a bit high, but on this one I can actually lower it. Now this is a smaller lens, but if this had been a 600, you would actually gain a lot of lower angle using this tip. And it still works like a gimbal, just that it won't get up that high. I think I will show you with the correct lens. Now I put the 600, that is a much bigger lens than this one, on the gimbal head, and you can see it's just, what is it? 5-6 centimeters above the ground. And now I'll show you how it looks when it's used the traditional way. And here you clearly see the difference before and after just swinging the gimbal arm the opposite way. So the last tip I think for today is using a ball head to get lower. So this is normally how you use the ball head. The ball and the plate are pointed upwards. Now you can see you are getting this height from the ground, but if I use the 90-degree slot that almost all ball heads have, something happens. We can twist this first and we release, let's see, there it is. Release the ball head and tilt it down like so and try to lock it there. And now you can almost use the camera at ground level. However, you have to put a pin or a stick or something or a weight on here, otherwise it will flip over. But this makes it you can still use it up and down a little bit and left and right, depending on what kind of ball head you have. So that's another tip for you to use your equipment. So let's take a closer look on the method here where we're using the tripod laying down. In this case I am using the smallest tripod I have, putting a bigger ball head, my R5 with the 150 to 600 millimeters and a converter on it. And to make it stay I had to flip the camera to the side, as you can see, but it still got a very low position and it works quite good actually. To attach a ball head to another ball head with a camera screw, you will need an adapter that you screw on the smaller screw first. In this case I'm using a bigger tripod that is necessary to hold the weight of the camera low. It will act as a lever and pull the tripod to the side. In this case I am maxing out the small ball head in the bottom with the setup I have, and it could only take weight just from the above. There's no way to use the 90-degree slot on the bigger ball head. It wouldn't have worked. And here are some bonus tips for you. If your tripod can't do anything that I told you about, you can always make it big and use some strings, paracord or something like that, and hang your camera up. And if you use these ordinary tent strings, tent ropes, where you could adjust the height. Let's see if I get it right. Up. as you like. Don't do this. So that's a really good tip, I think, because now the camera is off the ground and it's easy to pan and tilt. And there's a bonus to this. Just hang on. And now you got yourself a hide. Isn't that great? If you have some more paracord or string, you can pull this up against the trees and so on. Makes a good one. So I hope you find this video interesting, and if you did, as always, give a thumbs up, write a comment, and or subscribe, and try to get low taking your photos, and the photos will look great. See you in the next one. Bye.